Welcome once again. Today we shall discuss about past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. First we will discuss the structure. First subject plus had plus past participle of the verb, that is V3, plus complement. If you want to make question, get the helping verb in the front. Had plus subject plus past participle plus complement. Once again, the structure of past perfect tense is subject plus had plus past participle of the verb, that is V3, plus complement. If you want to make question of that, you get had in the front of subject, had plus subject plus past participle plus complement. You take one example. You had completed. You get this you in the front. You had completed. Get the helping verb in the front. Had you completed? Question mark. Next. He had left when you reached. He had left when you reached. Change into question. Had he left when he reached? That is the question. When you want to change question, keep it in mind. You bring the helping verb, that is had, in front of the subject, then it will become question mark. Right. The past perfect tense is used to denote an action in the past before another past action was begun. I repeat once again, to denote an action in the past before another past action was begun. Example, when I arrived at the railway station, the train had left. You can interchange the clauses. You can interchange the clauses like this. You see here, we have written, when I arrived at the railway station, the train had left. You can write like this also. The train had left when I arrived at the railway station. Here, first action is denoted by past perfect tense. First action is denoted by past perfect tense, whereas the second action is denoted by the simple past tense. The second action is denoted by simple past tense. Right now, the past perfect is used. The past perfect is used to talk about an action which started before, sometimes in the past, and was still continuing up to that past. It started somewhere in the earlier past and was continuing up to the past. Now, this is the time of speaking. The action which occurred sometimes before in the past and was continuing up to that past. Example, the sage had lived in a cottage for 20 years when the cottage collapsed. Another example, Ravi had been a professor in the arts college, when he married Ravi. Right now, the past perfect tense is used to denote an action which had started in the earlier past and it may complete before the past tense, or it may complete just before the past tense, or it may complete at the past tense. For such type of action, we can use past perfect tense. For example, our dog, which we had reared for 20 years, suddenly died. Another example, the rain had stopped when she arrived. Right on. See these examples. I have given sentences in past tense, and this side I have given what you call examples in past perfect tense. We shall take the first example. I heard some voices and some people were there in the next room. Mean still the people are there. Here you take this example. I saw some empty dishes and glasses and realized that somebody had been to our house. Already they had left. Here, he went to the interview at 10 a.m. and was asked to wait. Received instruction after going. Here, he went to the interview at 10 a.m. He had been asked to wait in the visitor's room. He received instructions before. He received instruction after going there. He received instruction before. Write down. Another example. This is in past tense. When I opened the door, the dog ran out. Here, both the actions occur very closely. You see this example. When I had done all my homework, I played badminton. Here, after the first action completed, the second action started. Right now, when two actions took place in the past, it can be used by using a when clause. You see this. When their father entered the room, they started reading. Here it implies that after the first action led to the second action. If we put when before the past perfect tense, then what it means? When their father had come home, they started doing their homework. Here it implies that after the completion of the first action, the second action started. Right now, past perfect tense is used with till, until, before. After normally followed by, after is normally followed by past perfect tense. Example. You see this example. He refused to relax till he had completed all his homework. You take another example. Before I had finished my work, I felt fatigued. Another example with after. After the holidays had been declared, there were claps in the auditorium. Right now, the past perfect tense is used for unrealized hope or wish. For example, I wish they had come yesterday. They didn't come. For that type of actions, we can use past perfect tense. Remember this. The past perfect tense is used when there is an idea of earlier past. It cannot be used for an isolated completed action in the past. Simple past must be used for such isolated actions in the past. I repeat you, the past perfect tense cannot be used for an isolated action in the past. If you have any idea of the earlier past, then you can use past perfect tense. Otherwise, you can use simple past tense for that. Example, I will show you. Okay. First example, the Taj Mahal had been constructed in 17th century because it is an isolated action, better to use in the simple past. The Taj Mahal was constructed in 17th century. Another example, I had finished my work. I had finished my work. Isolated action, so better to use in simple past. I finished my work. Write down. Some more examples. He said that he was suffering from fever for 3 days. Better to use in past perfect continuous tense. He said that he had been suffering from fever for 3 days. Another example. By 6 p.m. yesterday, we distributed all the papers. It is not an isolated action. Better to use it past perfect tense. So, the right sentence will be, by 6 p.m. yesterday, we had distributed all the papers. Write down next video. Until then, goodbye.